So we will get started now with our first contestant in the second round of horsemanship this morning. Our first contestant is Miss Rodeo Oregon, Avalon Irwin. Avalon Irwin, Miss Rodeo Oregon. Montana Silversmiths signed their first sponsorship agreement with the Miss Rodeo America, Inc. in August of 2001, making them a major sponsor of the organization. The beautiful Miss Rodeo America buckles for the runners-up, a complete selection of jewelry items for the First Lady of Professional Rodeo to showcase throughout her reign, as well as financial support to the business operation, are included in their sponsorship with MRAI. Montana Silversmiths is dedicated to the exposure of their products within their exceptional dealer network, which includes over 5,000 dealers in the United States. Miss Rodeo America, Inc., as a spokesperson for their products, will assist to further the marketing and promotional efforts of Montana Silversmiths. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo Nebraska, Bailey Lear. "30 seconds remaining. Bailey Lear, Miss Rodeo, Nebraska. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo Oklahoma, Anna Woolsey. Anna Woolsey, Miss Rodeo, Oklahoma. The Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association is a proud sponsor of Miss Rodeo America. The Pro Rodeo Sponsorship Program includes hosting a luncheon during the annual pageant here in Las Vegas. The program provides an important opportunity for pro rodeo committees and contract personnel to interact with the Miss Rodeo America organization. Pro Rodeo and Miss Rodeo America work cooperatively through numerous appearances throughout the United States, as well as offering financial assistance and in-kind services to Miss Rodeo America, Inc. Visitors to the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame and Museum of the American Cowboy and Museum of the American of Cowboy are also welcome to learn about the history of Miss Rodeo America through a branded exhibit area. To keep current with the PRCA, subscribe to Pro Rodeo Sports News. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo New York, Erica Vroman. Erica Vroman, Miss Rodeo, New York. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo Montana, Brianne Grimshaw. Thirty seconds remaining. Brianne Grimshaw, Miss Rodeo, Montana. Art of Aperture Photography is the official photographer of Miss Rodeo America. Established in 2013, Mara and Noah of Art of Aperture Photography are a mother and son duo specializing in graduates, couples, and rodeo queens. They are a full-service portrait studio located in historic downtown Nampa, Idaho, and have been the official photographers for Miss Rodeo Idaho since 2017. They have a fresh and modern take on rodeo queen portraiture and always deliver a truly unique and memorable experience to each and every client. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Wisconsin, Jessica Moore. "30 seconds remaining. Jessica Moore, Miss Rodeo, Wisconsin. Created naturally by glaciers thousands of years ago, Northern Chill's premium and naturally alkaline mineral spring water comes directly from a pristine aquifer located deep below the Earth's surface in Landglade County, Wisconsin. Within a quiet and quaint northern Wisconsin town called Polar, this serene Northwoods location provides an undisturbed backdrop for our soft and satiny, smooth-tasting water that is bottled right at the source in Polar, Wisconsin. As a USA-based company, Northern Chill continues to become deeply rooted in our local, state, and national communities with a continued focus to grow and extend into a well-known nationwide brand. Miss Rodeo America is grateful for Northern Chill Water's support. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo Washington, Lexi Hibbs. "30 seconds remaining. Lexi Hibbs, Miss Rodeo, Washington. Created in 2020, Of the West is a job platform solely dedicated to positions and employees in the agriculture and Western industries. From farm, ranch, and equine jobs to careers in Western sports, ag business, and everything in between, Of the West was built to change the way people find jobs and hire employees in the agriculture and Western industries. They proudly serve members of the ag and Western industries from coast to coast in both the United States and Canada, offering job postings for entry-level internships all the way through advanced full-time employment opportunities. Whether you're looking to fill a full-time position, needing to fill in-seasonal work, wanting to bring on a summer intern, or on the hunt for a contract or agency-based position, Of the West brings the people of the West together to strengthen our workforce and ensure that American agriculture and all aspects of the beloved Western industries are alive and well. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Idaho, Taylor Hymas. Taylor Hymas, Miss Rodeo, Idaho. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, South Dakota, Adrian Shoneman. Adrian Shoneman, Miss Rodeo, South Dakota. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Nevada, Gabby Shahara. Thirty seconds remaining. Gabby Shahara, Miss Rodeo, Nevada. At Traction Financial Partners, they believe they will significantly impact every life they touch. Their influence in the communities in which they work positively changes every client, vendor, and team member by Traction Financial Partners' commitment to excellence. They desire that everyone in their organization thrives personally and professionally. Traction Financial Partners are a family that cares deeply for the people whom they serve, and Miss Rodeo America is grateful for their support. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Texas, Bailey Simpson. 30 seconds remaining. Bailey Simpson, Miss Rodeo, Texas. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Louisiana, Sydney Albritton. Sydney Albritton, Miss Rodeo, Louisiana. Our next contestant is Miss Rodeo, Colorado, Ashley Baller. Ashley Baller, Miss Rodeo, Colorado. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Arizona, Kennedy Riggs. Kennedy Riggs, Miss Rodeo, Arizona. One of our newest sponsors is Ingram Quarter Horses. Spur Cross Ranch, located in Gallatin Gateway, Montana, just outside of Bozeman, is the home of Ingram Quarter Horses. Ingram Quarter Horses has been breeding, raising, and training quality American quarter horses for over 25 years and is dedicated to producing top quality horses with proven bloodlines. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, North Dakota, Elise Burwell. Elise Burwell, Miss Rodeo, North Dakota. Our next contestant is Miss Rodeo, New Mexico, Jamie Middaugh. Jamie Middaugh, Miss Rodeo, New Mexico. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Iowa, Emma Bear. Emma Bear, Miss Rodeo, Iowa. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Arkansas, Molly, music. Molly, music, Miss Rodeo, Arkansas. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Kentucky, Morgan Askins. Thirty seconds remaining. Morgan Askins, Miss Rodeo, Kentucky. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Hawaii, Noelle Tankeo. Noelle Tonkayo, Miss Rodeo, Hawaii. Our next contestant is Miss Rodeo, Minnesota, Sophia Hillman. Sophia Hillman, Miss Rodeo, Minnesota. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Kansas, Zoe Bean. Miss Rodeo, Kansas, Zoe Bean. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Utah, Brady Jill Jones. 30 seconds remaining. Brady Jill Jones, Miss Rodeo, Utah. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Florida, Michaela Baker. Michaela Baker, Miss Rodeo, Florida. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, California, Jackie Scary. Jackie Scary, Miss Rodeo, California. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo, Wyoming, Madeline McElwee. 30 seconds remaining. Madeline McElwee, Miss Rodeo, Wyoming. We do have other events that are going on this week for the pageant. So if you have not purchased your tickets, there may be a few tickets left for a couple of the events. We have our speech competition tomorrow morning. That's here at the South Point. There may be a couple of tickets left for that. Most of our events are sold out or close to being sold out. If you PRCA Luncheon is on Thursday. On Friday is our fashion show. That event is sold out. There may be tickets that people are selling on the board at Pageant Central, which is at the Bowling Plaza here at the South Point. So if you're looking for a ticket, you may check there. On Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning, we have our foundation auction and Justin Boot Parade, which is at Cowboy Christmas over at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And then on Sunday, we will have coronation here at the South Point, where we will name and announce not only the top 10 in the category winners, but a new Miss Rodeo America 2023. So we hope you have purchased your tickets and will join us for those events. You know, it does take a village to put on this horsemanship. So there are some stock contractors that we want to thank for providing trailers to haul the horses to and from Thomas and Mack. Barnes PRCA Rodeo, Marty Barnes, Matt Scott, Sammy Andrews, and Bronk Rumford. We want to thank you all for providing trailers to get the horses here to the arena. Our next contestant, Miss Rodeo Illinois, Charlie Stewart. "30 seconds remaining. Charlie Stewart, Miss Rodeo, Illinois. And our final contestant at Horsemanship today, Miss Rodeo, Missouri, Alexa Daly. "30 seconds remaining. Alexa Daly, Miss Rodeo, Missouri. I think all the contestants deserve a huge round of applause for their performance this morning. We have to remember they have no opportunity to warm up those horses. Those horses are all warmed up and chosen by the Horsemanship Committee. They hop on, have their stirrups adjusted, and they move on. So they did a great job. We do have some announcements. Please don't leave. We have another presentation. We have several more presentations, including Miss Rodeo America. So we'd prefer that you stick around and watch those if you would. I'd like to acknowledge the executive board and staff before we get to the 50-50 drawing. So I'm just going to announce their names, and they can wave. They don't need to stand or anything. But these are very important people for the organization. We recognize them at all events because they deserve it. They work hard all year to make sure that the organization runs well and that we have a pageant to put on. We're blessed to be led by Jody Charrier, our president. The rest of the executive board is Marky Battaglia, Chris Lemke, Sheila Croft, Kiki Shumway, Earl Smith, Judy Gill, Doug Beeler, and Joni Jesperson. We have 4 other staff members. For those of you who might be new to our pageant, it's important to remember that we only have 4 paid members of our organization. The rest are all volunteers. Everyone who puts on the pageant, all of the Horsemanship Committee, all of the Fashion Show Committee, those are all volunteers. Not only do they volunteer their time to prepare the event and plan for the event, they pay their way to Las Vegas, they pay their hotel room, and for those events that are ticketed, they actually pay for a ticket to attend that event. But we do have 4 paid employees. The heart and soul of our organization, the person who day to day lives and breathes it, is Gina Linton, our executive director. We have an MRA scheduling coordinator whose job it is to coordinate every move that Miss Rodeo America makes once she gets the crown. It's a tremendous job as she travels across the country. That's DeShannon Davis. Our MRA social media director, if you've looked at our social media pages, this young lady does an outstanding job. That's Morgan Wallace. And we have an office assistant who is back home in Colorado Springs maintaining the office there. So those of you, anybody buy a 50-50 raffle ticket? Some of you did. The total that you will receive if your name is drawn is $347. Close to the entrance over across the way, Laura Kessler is up there at a table on the corner just in between section 109. She actually has the envelope with the money in it. Am I correct, Laura? She may not be listening, but she is up there with the check. We're going to draw. There she goes. She waves. I'm going to let Misha Murphy, who did our sound today, thank Misha for doing a great job with sound. She's going to draw the ticket. And the lucky winner is 350049. 3. Was that an actual scream, or was that something else that had nothing to do? Oh, we've got it. Oh, and somebody close to the table. That's remarkably suspicious. Laura, I can't hear what, but anyway, somebody apparently that we know. Oh, she's waiting. Is that Chris? Chris Lemke? Okay, so I just want you all to know an official investigation will be launched. Chris is on our executive board. She was in charge of our Get Acquainted party last night. If you weren't there, it was a fabulous event, so thank her for that. Want to acknowledge and thank the stock contractors who provided saddle horses for today's competition. It's amazing with everything they have going on that they actually allow us to use these horses for this morning. We're grateful for that. Those stock contractors are Butler & Son Rodeo, Benny and Rhett Butler, J Bar J Inc., Sparky Driesen, New Frontier Rodeo Company, our hero Bronk Rumford, Barnes PRCA Rodeo Marty Barnes, Pete Carr Pro Rodeo, and Flying U Reno Rosser. We're grateful to those people. We also want to thank the Horsemanship Committee. They are backstage. Are they ready to come out? You all have no idea what it takes to put on this event. They have worked all week. They were actually out selecting horses and looking at horses as we go. And so we're going to bring them out. I'm going to announce them as they come out. Our chairmans, co-chairs are Lori Toman and Jonna Niefelt. It includes Bronk Rumford, Doug Beeler, Crystal Myers, Barb Carr, Jody Witt, Donna Rutherford, Joe Gadberry, Marky Battaglia, Rod Myers, Larry Leake, Lauren Heaton, Cody Miller, Jordan Blair, Michelle Whitson, Marina Luby, and Kelsey Conkright. They were here early this morning warming up the horses. They have transported them here. They will be responsible for getting them back. So there is a tremendous amount of work. Let's give them a round of applause. So we have our AQHA Top Horse Award. I have the top 3. In third place, Crow from Butler & Sons Rodeo, horse number 14. Second place, horse number 8, Toddy from New Frontier Rodeo Company, Bronk Rumford. And our 2022 Horse of the Year, horse number 12, Keystone from Pete Carr Pro Rodeo. Congratulations. AQHA sponsors a bronze that is given to the Top Horse Award. They also receive a $250 check. They will receive that from our committee chairman, Lori Toman and Jonna Niefelt. Jonna, do we have the South Point? We're not sure if we have. We have a plaque for the presentation. We're not sure because, trust me, this is a busy time for people at the South Point. Okay, we want to recognize some people. Again, this is an incredible arena. It's an incredible facility when you have 14 horses and 28 contestants. It's nice to have space backstage. You don't see that, to actually be able to safely provide the experience for these young ladies. We want to thank Ryan Growney, who's the South Point General Manager, Steve Stallworth, who's the Arena General Manager, Rusty McGinnis is the Arena Event Manager, Dave Russo is the Director of Arena Operations, and Rachel Kokernak is the Event Coordinator. And also we want to thank Paula and Michael Gahn, the owners and principals of the South Point Hotel and Casino. It is an incredible place for us to be, and we are so honored and thrilled to be here. Okay. As we mentioned earlier, Miss Rodeo America spends the year traveling across the country, representing the PRCA, representing the Miss Rodeo America organization, representing all of our sponsors, and representing all of you. It is a grueling year, but the young lady that we're going to be bringing out into the arena is an incredible young woman who a year ago spent the week at this pageant preparing and won the coveted title. I'd love to introduce to you for one more presentation on horseback our Miss Rodeo America 2022, Haley Fredrickson. Yep, Haley, it takes a village. Not saying that you're difficult, young lady, because we know you're not, but there are two people who have entered the arena, and those are Haley's parents, Trevin and Megan Fredrickson from Colorado. I know these two people because I've been fortunate enough to meet them on occasion. They are remarkable people. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and that's certainly the case here. I know they have been incredibly supportive throughout Haley's year, and they want to present you with some flowers in recognition of the horsemanship competition here today as you complete your reign as Miss Rodeo America. One more round of applause for Haley and her parents, Trevin and Megan Fredrickson. And thank you, Haley, from the entire organization. You have represented us extremely well. We could not be more proud of the job that you have done. Thank you. As she exits the arena, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending Horsemanship. We are thrilled to have you here. As we said, we've got a lot more of the competition left to go. We hope you were there, but thank you for joining us this morning, and we'll see you at other events. As I mentioned before, the Wrangler National Finals Breakaway Roping Championship is being held here in the South Point Arena this afternoon. You certainly can buy tickets to that. The doors will open for that again at 1 o'clock. That is going to be live streamed by the Wrangler Network. And following the conclusion of the breakaway finals, the Miss Rodeo America Horsemanship will be streamed again. So if people back home did not get to see it this morning, please tell them to check out the Wrangler Network. And we are so grateful to the Wrangler Network for their help and assistance for that. Good afternoon. Have a good rest of the day.